Hey guys, so obviously you've seen my video and I just want to show you guys how I made the edit myself for my Nightmare sequence Flash. So in the Nightmare sequence in Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, the Flash is obviously in the Speed Force, gone back through time to warn Bruce ahead of the events of Justice League. I'm so excited for the Snydercut later this week. He's vibrating a lot through the Speed Force, he's not fully in one place, quite a lot of brightness. So the software I used for this was Shotcut, a very simple piece of software, and it is free, which is quite essential, I would say, if this is something you'd want to do without investing too much money into. So for this I managed to get 4 clips, the first one being quite a basic one with the lights, the second one my partner flashing the lights on and off a lot to get that type of effect, another one quite plain except that moment where the light all goes from one side, just turned the light on quite bright then, and the other one with the lights behind me to create a silhouette. Then I drag those into Shotcut in the playlist section, and then you should create 4 tracks, which is Control I. So hit Control I 4 times to create 4 separate tracks. As you can see, there's 4 there, and how many videos we've got. So drag those down into each individual tracks. This is I'm assuming that you've trimmed the videos that are all the same sequence, the same scene that you're trying to reenact and get this effect for. So they will start at the same point. If not, you can just do that quite simply here in a moment. But I'm just assuming that you have at this point. So you drag those in. Now, once you've got all those tracks, if you press play, it is only going to be showing one video. It won't have the overlap that you're looking for at this stage, even though you have all the videos there. That's because you need to add the effect. It's just going to be showing the top video that is on your tracks. So in order to get that type of effect, you want to go to Filters, hit the plus button, and this one's Chrome Key Simple. So Chrome Key Simple is what you're going to have to go to and add on all of these videos. So just click on each one, go to the plus button, click on Chrome Key Simple, and add that on all of them. And then what you do is you kind of drag it up and down here on the percentage, and as you can see, it's changing the transparency. So you want to do that for each one, put it around 60, I'd say, as a start, and then start to play around to see as to where that goes and what effect you like on each one. Obviously, it's quite dark. It does that at the start, I noticed. So to make it less dark, you go to the plus button again and go to brightness. Do that for all of them, the same sort of effect. You can up the brightness on each one. The only other one that I'd say recommend using is color grading. So if you want to add an extra lot of brightness to it for that really bright effect, because the brightness up's the brightness, but you want to have quite a lot, you will add that. Say you want to have one part of the clip which is a little bit more vibrant than the others, so one lights up a bit more compared to the other part of the clip. You do split a playhead there. So that means you can adjust the chroma key simple, the transparency on one, and a little bit different on the other. So you can have one clip that has a bit more vibrancy, say the flashing lights compared to the other being quite the basic lighting per se. And so one's more vibrant depending on what moment you want it to be. But that's all you need really is chroma key simple, brightness, and color grading. Eventually you'll end up with something like this. As you can see, it's split quite a lot, multiple rows and things. Each one has, some of them I didn't even use the effects on. It just varies, and then eventually you'll get to something that you're happy with. Different brightness and things varying. You'll get a split time effect where you see how it's like a millisecond off. Speed Force is, a millisecond off because he's back in time and he's not quite used to it yet. Then when you're happy with it, just literally file, export, and you'll end up with something like this.